How do you prepare your players for a moment like that?
I don't know if I can or we can, but you know what? Our team, for whatever reason, every team's different. This has been a team that's been able to come back over and over and over again. And you know what? Every team's different. A year ago, I felt like that team did a lot better job with the starting pitching, and maybe we didn't do as good a job late in the game. Now this year's team, it's, man, maybe we don't do as good a job with the starter, although I thought we did a great job today. But this team's ability to just keep coming back over and over, it says a lot about them as human beings.
This Cole, again, comes up clutch in a big situation. He's done that time and again throughout his career. Just what is it about him that allows him to step up in those situations?
He believes. He believes. And that guy works as hard as anybody on our team. If you were to say and you were to ask, hey, who probably takes the most swings on the team? That name's coming up, right? He's not the only one, right? But his name's going to come up. Say, hey, who's all into their diet and takes care of the body? His name's coming up. Hey, who's done everything he can to make himself the best player possible? That guy's name's coming up. It's just, and we got other guys too. But, I mean, when you are prepared and you've put in your work, he was ready. He was ready. And what's really cool about that is that whole inning is Ryan Shin let off with a home run, right? And then Colton Kessler, freshman, gets a walk, and then Pompey gets hit, and Troy Squires ends up graduating and hits a ground ball backside, right? And then we get the homer. But there was so many good things that had to happen before that. And when I tell you the strengths of our team's our team, I mean, they scored 9 unanswered runs prior to us scoring 5 runs. They went right there and took control of the game. They scored 9 runs without us scoring 1. And this team, we just kept coming back and coming back. But it took a lot of guys to make that possible.
It seemed like there was a lot of back and forth, you know, at home plate throughout the day. How did you kind of manage that adrenaline for your guys and keep them focused?
I didn't do a thing. I let them be, and I tell our guys all the time, I want their competitive juices just flowing out of them, and I think that was a really good example of our guys just being uber competitive, and I think the fans liked it. Yeah. Speaking of the fans, what awesome crowds this weekend. You know, I was just talking to Troy Squires. This is his 5th year here, and he's like, Coach, how about all them fans staying for that game? He's like, a lot of people could have left, and all the people that stayed, you know, I said, come on, you've seen that before? He goes, Coach, I've never seen that in my career here. You know, so just so proud of the Big Blue Nation for just standing behind our guys. And now they got finals. They got finals to look forward to, but what a great team win. Hey, I'm really proud of Brett Marshall. He gets his first career win. The guy's coming off Tommy John. Yesterday and today, he gave us and got us outs to move the game along. And then Daniel Harper, let me tell you about him. This is a guy that approached me earlier in the week and said, Coach, after my start here, I'd like to throw out of the bullpen. And I said, Daniel, come on. What are you talking about? He's like, Coach, I'm ready. I want it. And I went through the whole reasons why. But to his credit, that was his idea. That wasn't the coach's idea. That's the player's idea. And anytime the players have a say or they feel like they can say or come to us, I think that's valuable. And you know what? The game was on the line, and we had him, and good for him. And I'm just really proud of him and the whole team for just the way they fought.
Is Colton Kessler proving he can be a part of this postseason run this year?
Oh, there's no doubt. That guy's getting opportunities, mark it down. There's no doubt. And you know what? Just like anything else, you have to earn it. The same way I've had them earn their gear since the time they got here, he has earned that opportunity. And you know what? Proud of him because he's making the best of it.
What does this win do, especially the way you want it, now as you head into the stretch? I mean, it's stretch run time.
Oh, it is. And you know what? We felt like this whole week was going to be that way. We felt like, you know what? It's time to make a move. And, you know, there was times where you could look back at the series last weekend where you can play, hey, if we do this or this, we win that series. But we're tired of doing that. It's now like we're going to win it, and we have to win it. No more of if we would have just done this or done that. It's time to make a move because you know what? What do we got? 3 weekends left, right? We got 9 SEC games. Now, I don't know what's happened in the league so far, but I'm more concerned about us. And when we play our best baseball, they keep in with us all year. There's a special something about this team, and it's time to make a move.
It had to feel good to see Zach Thompson back out on the mound yesterday. What's the plan with him going forward?
So, man, I would be the happiest coach in the world if I could just say, come on, Zach, you're going to start, right? Like, there's nobody on this planet that would want that more than me and maybe him. So maybe I'm the second most, but we need him. We need him. That was proven. What he did for our team, just, you know what, was really cool. The day before the game, we're doing our scouting report, and we're just going over our game plan. And I asked any of the players, like I always do, hey, does anyone have anything? And it was really cool to hear the guys, just how special it was to have him back on the mound. And just his whole, the word we used was presence. I believe it was Brett Marshall said, Zach, your presence, the way you just carried yourself and you being on that mound was really neat. And you know what? I had a really special phone call with Zach. I called him last night just to welcome him back and tell him how proud we were, our coaching staff, of him. And he was just, look, you deal with 18, 23-year-olds. This is a big deal for him. He was ecstatic. He was like, you could just feel him smiling through the phone. And, man, just so happy for him because it's been a long road. But to answer your question, that was a really long answer. I would love to start him.
Do you have a timetable for that?
I don't. We'll check in this week. But if I could throw him out there this weekend, I would love to do that. But we're going to make sure we protect him, too.
Thank you.
Very good.